My name is Bethany. I am a member of the TILII group. TILII stands for Tell It Like It Is. I advocate for my peers and other people with a learning disability who don't necessarily have the same capacity as I do myself. By advocating for them, I can make sure their voice, their opinions and their feelings are heard. I also love being on TILII TV. TILII do some serious stuff, so we did like COVID conversations, but we also do really fun things too. I have an absolute rock that I adore, is our Rita. And here is a picture of me with Rita. Rita is TILII's TILII TV sensation, and she knows it. So I want to tell you a bit about myself so that you understand my story. As a teenager, I went to children's homes because of my complex needs. And I'm not fair to say it. I have two younger brothers and a younger sister. And it was difficult for them, me, and our family in general because I'm so complex. It was having an effect on the kids. So it was a good decision made by everyone, and it actually gave me a better quality of life. When I turned 18, I moved from children's services to adult learning disability services, and what an experience it was. The big difference with children's and adults is, in children's, the day you turn 18, you're an adult, goodbye, that's us done with you. So, as you can imagine, it would be quite traumatic for anyone, but for the likes of people like me who have like a severe learning disability, this is a lot more trickier. I think I got InReach, which is basically like people from your new supported living or independent living, wherever you're going. It's where them staff come into you to meet you and get to know you. I had, I think, 2 months at the most of this, and it didn't benefit me at all. The staff members never spoke to me. They spoke to my current staff, said, what does Bethany like? This is where I come in with my big advocate side of me. I'm just like, no, excuse me, I'm here, I can talk for myself. What would you like to know about me? By them not asking me and speaking to me, when I moved, I struggled an awful lot. I got severely depressed, I put on like a lot of weight, to the point that I literally had the biggest mental breakdown that I've ever had. And I was basically brought in to a hospital, and then I was brought to Hollywell because Muckamore Abbey Hospital, which is Learning Disability Hospital, was closed for admissions at the time. Hollywell wouldn't support me in any way apart from administer medication due to me being diagnosed with a learning disability. After, I think it was about 12 days, I got admitted to Muckamore Abbey Hospital. When I first came in, I was so depressed. I just wanted to lie in bed, sleep. I didn't want to do anything. And Muckamore's literally like transformed me. The nurses, the doctors, the OTs, the physios, the psychologists, the psychiatrists, the GPs, everyone. The full multidisciplinary team have made me the person I am today. Fast forward 2 years and 7 months, I got offered a placement, which I accepted. So when working with a multidisciplinary team to find a suitable and hopefully successful placement for me, there was a lot of things that needed to be taken into consideration. I obviously had to have my input. There's 3 very important things, and they have always been extremely important. I need to be close to my mummy, because my mummy is my rock, and I'd be lost without my mummy. I need to live on my own. I can't cope with other people, and a lot of people are like, really? Because I'm obviously so sociable and outgoing, and I love getting to know people and stuff. But for like long term, I need to be on my own, because I can make the best me. Third thing is, which I think should be taken in for everyone, fun staff. Staff you can have a wee bit of crack, make maybe a TikTok. Staff a bit of banter and stuff with. A bungalow was found close to where my mummy lives, and after a few weeks, inreach began. Inreach is where your new staff team comes up to wherever you are living currently before you transition, and the staff come up and get to know you. They get to know what you like, your hobbies, your interests, and your needs. For me, inreach began quite suddenly. It was regular, so it was maybe 3, 4, 5 times a week for a few months. And I was getting to know the staff really well. Occupational therapy, physio, and other services were looking to see how ideal my bungalow is for the likes of my wheelchair, my walker. I have epilepsy, and my bathroom had a bath, and it wasn't really suitable in case I had a seizure in it. So they were looking to see what alternatives they could put in place. My bathroom got turned into a wet room. The unfortunate thing was then my wheelchair was too wide, so the doors were quite narrow. We were like, oh, right, we've just literally sorted out one thing and there's another. Everyone continued to see what they could do, and I got a new chair. It meant that I could still potentially go to my dream bungalow. I was told I was moving the following week. Due to staffing issues, this wasn't able to happen. I overheard staff talking about me transitioning. To be honest, I didn't think it was going to happen, but it did. The 4th of July was Bethany's Independence Day. I moved into my own bungalow, and it's been a bit of a roller coaster. I wasn't coping. I have a diagnosis of PTSD, which is post-traumatic stress disorder, from when I had brain surgery back in 2013. I wasn't meant to wake up, but I woke up, and all that I could see around me was like visors and goggles. So if I see like a visor or like goggles, it just kicks in, and now all I can see is like the flashbacks of everything. A staff member tested positive, and they had to take the precautions, which is okay, it's understandable. They didn't know about my diagnosis of PTSD being visor and goggle associated. So they had their visors and goggles on, and I was like going about like this here and putting my blanket over my head saying no. I felt so bad because my mummy was on holidays and I had to ring her, and mum literally flew home and collected me at like 12 o'clock that night. I just wanted to like start my resettlement over again because it had been so, like my emotions have been so mixed. The phenomenal consultant psychiatrist he is, Dr. Yao, came down and he says to me, look, there's another meeting here. It's with like, you know, people quite high up. And what happened was they refused to admit me, even though I moved out on the circumstances, my safety net was there if I felt I need it. I have never felt as unsettled, upset. I was basically forced to go back to where I didn't feel safe, my home. Here we are, about 7 months later. I'm in daycare, I'm as happy as Larry. And don't get me wrong, things do get a bit rough at times. But to be fair, the majority of it's been very positive lately. And as I said to one of our patients resettling, who I would be very friendly with, who is also in the TILII group, there's no point in lying to you. You're that feeling of excitement and happiness that you have, but that wee bit of anxiety you have, I was like, that's normal. But your happiness and your excitement it'll just drain out of your body when you move. And that anxiety and that like sort of agitation feeling and all of that's going to increase. But I said to him, no matter what, that happiness and excitement will gradually fill back up in that bottle, and your agitation and your anxiety will drop. It'll become less, and all the positive will increase, but it takes time. Being close to my mummy now is like 10 minutes away. So I know that if I need anything, I'm always only 10 minutes up the road. In previous placements, it's been over an hour. It's easier for me to ring and mum come, or if I'm struggling and like just having a rough day. Now I'm in my own bungalow, there's no restrictions. I'm going out, like, sort of, I've been out every weekend. I went to an engagement party, I went to a concert, I went out with my friends, I've went to a wedding, I've been to a 50th birthday party. That's been class. I hope that by sharing my resettlement story, this helps other people transitioning into their own place, whether it be a bungalow, a flat or apartment, whatever it may be, that it's not easy. There's no point in lying, it's not easy. But you'll get there and it'll be well worth it.